Once more, you're welcome to today's video, and it's going to be about this beautiful Bubu gown style you're seeing on the screen. So it's actually a requested video again, and I'll be using this. Okay, this is bridal satin, but when you want to make yours, you can actually, I don't like using bridal satin for, that's the outer Bubu gown. Okay, you can use mikado. This particular material you are seeing on the picture is mikado is very beautiful for stuffs like this. You know why? Because it's shiny and it stands, it has strength. Okay, so you can use mikado for the outer part of it, but for the inner, you use any sample lace of your choice. This particular lace is 800 naira. Look at it, it's 800 naira right now, so you can invest in something like this. Okay, now I'm using the same color. You can see the effect. Okay, so it doesn't really cost you anything to make these beautiful designs, and the style I'm going to be using for this style today is to show you that even without you being a fashion designer, you can make this particular style. Okay, so let's go right into this tutorial. So I'll be talking of the inner first of all. Now for the inner, okay, some people can make it, as in cut it along with this fabric. Okay, but if you want to do that, you have to really be a designer that have sewn for long to be able to do that. So like, you know me, I always want to use simple methods. Okay, now you can make this inner to be skirt and top, the top with long sleeve, but the top is going to have elastic at the waist so that it will have strength and hold, right? Then skirt part of it is, you just mix it doesn't need lining because it's underneath. Okay, it doesn't need lining, so you can just make it anyhow. It doesn't need shape, just cut it straight down, whatever you like. Okay, and then you are good to go. But the waist, we have elastic. Remember to put the slit at the back. Now in that slit at the back, you have to make it strong. On the slit part of that gown, please invest in bias to give it strength, and you can also go ahead to add hemming gum to it so it will just stay. Okay, but I don't want to make mine, this inner, I don't want to make it as skirt and top. I want to make it a free gown. Remember that this what is it called, this lace is elastic. Okay, so watch what I'm going to be doing to that inner part. And I like making the inner separate from the fabric. You know why? Because I can still use this inner to wear any other thing I want to wear. Okay, that's the beauty of making it to stand separate. Now whatever we are seeing in this style, underneath the inner is a pencil gown. Okay, so let's go ahead and draft out this particular inner before we now go ahead to draft the outer Bubu gown. So like I always used to tell you, this is my borderline, right? So I'll be imputing my shoulder line. Okay, this is my shoulder line. Now that sleeve you are seeing is long sleeve, right? That's why I say this particular style, listen carefully, because this style, whether you know how to sew, you don't know how to sew, you can rock this style yourself. Now that sleeve you are seeing, for me, it went from the shoulder right to somewhere around here, right? In fact, I think they even put something around here to make it come down. Do you understand? So mine is here, that is about 23 inches. So I will measure my 23 inches and I have it somewhere around here. Okay, so as you can see, that neckline is a turtleneck bar for the inner. So it's a turtleneck, and we are going to be using the person's perfect neckline measurement, and that is bust divided by 12, right? I will mark what I got here, and I will also mark what I got here. Okay, I also mark what I got here, and then I will connect with my curved ruler. Okay, ready for my turtleneck. Now for the description, for the video of the turtleneck, if you don't know how to cut your turtleneck, go to my description box, follow the video there and watch it, how to make a perfect turtleneck, bishop collar neck. Very perfect. It will lap beautifully on your neck. If you make your bishop collar or your turtleneck and it's standing and gapping, you are wrong. Okay, go and learn it. It's on the description box, so that when you make your clothes, people will ask who made it for you, and you'll be proud enough to say I made it, right? So now I'm going to be putting my armhole depth. Now my armhole depth is 8 inches. Okay, 8 inches. I won't be doing shoulder slant on this particular style. The reason why I won't be doing shoulder slant on this particular style is we actually do not need from here to show. Where we want to show is just around here, and what we just want is that it should be fitted around here. That's all. So whatever played on inside, nobody knows. Sometimes people even wear this thing, they'll just wear it and there's elastic here, and you just wear it and it ends here. Do you understand? That thing you're seeing will end somewhere here. Okay, and the one on the neckline, they just wore it. The skirt, they will wear skirt. That skirt part, the under part of the this thing that you're seeing, so nobody really wants to know what happened underneath it. But what we want to see is the outside. So we are not going with shoulder slanting now. We don't need our shoulder to be fitted in any way. Okay, so go ahead and include all the other markings. And okay, I already marked my armhole depth, which I just need the armhole depth to be able to guide this sleeve, right? So now I'm going to be marking my bust point. I will mark my hip point. Do you understand? I will mark my hip point, and then I will mark my hemline. Okay, so now I will now determine my sleeve opening, which is to measure here and divide by 2. Okay, I'm going to measure here and I divided by 2, and I got somewhere around here. The next thing you do is apply your horizontal measurement. Make it to be fitted, since the inner is elastic. Okay, since the inner is elastic, make it to be fitted. So there's no dart for this one. You are not putting dart. Bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, you mark it. This is my hip line, right? We don't need any shape. Where a hip divided by 4 inches plus 2 inches, you mark it. This is it, somewhere around here. Okay, now it's a pencil gown. Okay, so it's not going to be hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches. We already marked here, right? Now we are going to be removing 2 inches from whatever we marked here, and we mark it somewhere around here. Okay, so we have something like this. Or better still, mark your knee line. Okay, mark your knee line, and then whatever you get here, remove 2 inches from knee line, bring it down. I've marked this is my knee line, somewhere around here. Okay, so whatsoever I got on the hip line, if I got 20 on the hip line, 20 minus 2 inches, you mark it here, and then you just connect straight down like so. Do you understand? That's your pencil gown. Now for this sleeve armhole sleeve opening, you just connect it straight this way. This is exactly what happened underneath. Okay, this is the only thing that happened underneath. Now for the back neckline, you come down by 1 inch, so you'll be able to, for this place is on fold, but the back neckline, the back pattern will be on fold too, but there will be a slit, because it's that slit that will help us to put our button here, and then is that tear that will lead to our slit at the back. If you watch, there's a slit at the back so that the person can walk comfortably, and then you cut out. So this is our inner, guys. This is my inner. I don't want to cut out for the back because it's very simple, but if you need me to cut the back for you to see, let me know. But this is the front pattern for our inner. So Be careful when you are making this cloth, so you know the one that is the front and the back. Okay, this one is just because I'm doing making tutorial. Okay, you can mark these things, this particular style, mark it directly on your. Now we are going to be cutting out. Okay, now there's a method to cutting this inner. Okay, let me show you the method. Now this is the pattern, right? This place there is no slit, as in there's no join in here. There shouldn't be any join in here. That is why you are the outer part of this inner, you see that there's no join in here. So what you do is place your fabric like so. Okay, place it like so. Okay, can you see what I did? So this is the shoulder line. Okay, this is the shoulder line. There will be no joining here on the shoulder line, and then you fold it this way. So that's why you are going to make the inner to be very free, because like so we are cutting the front and the back pattern together. There is no dart. So because we don't want any joining by this shoulder line, that is why we are going to be placing it like so. So this shoulder line will be placed on fold for both the front and the back. Okay, see. Remember that when cutting, cut the back first, so that this neckline will not come this deep. I cut straight the front pattern. So this is the front pattern. Guys, this is your sleeve. This is your sleeve. So all you need to do on this is just join this part. That's all. Then you slit the back. Bend it back and slit the back so that you can create a slit for the back pattern. But if you don't want to cut the front and the back together, you can go ahead to cut the way you want to cut. Okay, but if you ask me, if you are a beginner, just cut it this way that I cut it, and your gown will still come out very nice. Okay, and slit this back open. When you slit this back open, you can just do whatever you want to do to the back. If you want the folding of the slit to go right inside, you can do that. You can attach another fabric, or you can just bend it like that with bias. That's all. Bend it with bias, then slit this place open. Whatever happens inside here, we don't want to know. Okay, whatever happens here, we don't want to know. This gown does not have shape inside, so it's not going to really show anything, but the neatness of this place is very, very key. So that's why I say you can either use bias to pipe it, or use another of this fabric to bend it, do you understand, and make it to look neat. So that's that for the inner. This is our inner, and our inner is ready. We'll go ahead to make the illustration for the bubu gown itself. Right, for depth, I measure my shoulder, which is 8 inches. Right, this is my armhole. Okay, this is my armhole depth. Okay, and this armhole is just to guide my hand. This is my bust line, this is my hip line, and this is my hemline. Now when you look at that star, that is we are now on the outer part of the star. Okay, when you look at that star, you see that it's like 3 to 4 inches way to the down. It didn't get to the down part. Okay, it's like 3 to 4 inches to the down, so we measure 3 to 4 inches up. Okay, and this is like so, and then this is our hemline for the outer part. Okay, this is our hemline. So right now this is our bust, this is our hip, and this is our hemline. Right, so what will really inform the shape of this bubu gown is the shoulder line. Now I want mine from here. I always used to measure where I want the sleeve to end separately. I like measuring my shoulder, because a client might tell you, I want mine to get to this point. Then you now start from the back of the neck to measure straight to this place. By the time you finish cutting, you see that it is either too short or too long. So the client will be like, this is not what I told you. So to avoid that mistake, please measure your normal shoulder for your client, right? When you measure your normal shoulder for the client, now place that tape as if you want to measure a normal sleeve. Be asking the person where you want make it reach. You want make it reach here, you want make it reach here. So you measure that length. Now that length plus your shoulder is what will give you what you are going to be cutting out. Now for this client, the client said he wants her own to be somewhere around there. Somewhere around there is 12 inches. So I will now be saying 12 inches plus this my 8 inches, making 20 inches, and my 20 inches is somewhere around here. 20 inches is somewhere around here. Now you determine your sleeve opening. Okay, you determine your sleeve open. I want mine to be as wide as my armhole, right? Or even more than my armhole. So I will just have to come down 1 inch below my armhole, and then on this particular one, we are going to be slanting out the shoulder. Okay, we are going to be slanting out the shoulder because we want this shoulder to fall, you understand, to balance well. So now before we do that, we are going to be marking out our neckline, and my neckline for this style is 3 inches. Okay, I mark my 3 inches, and you can see that is a deep v-neck that came right down to almost the bust area. So it depends on you to choose where you want your own, but if you look at it, you see that it's not really a v neck, it's just like it's almost U. Okay, so that is it there. And then I'll be slanting out this sleeve by 1 inch. Okay, so I will place my ruler like so. I'll place my ruler like so, and I will slant it out. Can you see I've slanted it out? Now I want my sleeve opening to be 11 inches, 12 inches. It all depends on you. So this is my sleeve opening right now. I will come in by 2 inches. I'll come in by 2 inches like so. Okay, I'll come in by 2 inches. I will connect this my sleeve opening so that I'll know that this is the sleeve opening, right? Then I will just come straight down and out to the hemline. That's all, guys. That's all. Okay, now I can decide to just curve it out. Okay, I can decide to just curve it to give it a nice shape. Okay, so this is all for this Bubu gown. Please, there's something I forgot. When you get to this point now, you know you came in by 2 inches, please make it to be curved. It shouldn't be a sharp curve in there. So it's like so. But you know that the back pattern, I'm cutting only the front pattern. You know that the back pattern should just be come down by 1 inch. So let's just come down by 1 inch to cut out the back pattern. Okay, so this is your back pattern. Now you cut this one separately, but I don't want to concentrate on the back, I want to concentrate on the front. If you need me to do something for the back, let me know in the comment section. But I know that if you get the front, you have already gotten the back. So this is my cutting for the front. Okay, so this is my neckline for the front. Now I will put my fabric on fold. This is my fabric right here. Can you see now? Can you see now? So I'm going to be cutting out. Okay, so this is my pattern and it's already cut. Okay, so it depends on you to be creative right now. Okay, there's no law to this one. Whatsoever you want to do, that's what you are going to do. So we need to open up our pattern. Okay, so this is my Bubu gown, right? This is my Bubu gown. So it's not left for me to play around with whatever I have. Okay, so this is what I have. I will come up by like 5 inches somewhere around here. Okay, not too up, but somewhere around here. Let me mark it. Okay, so now this is where you have to be creative about it. If this is where you want it to get to, right? If this is where you want it to get to, now you are going to be making an incision there. Okay, you are going to be making a hole. okay, because that's where a strand will pass through. Okay, so what you do now is pick up your needle, thread it with the color of this fabric, with the matching color. Now I'm not using the matching color, I want you to see what I'm doing. So thread it with exactly this color, then you pass it like so, you pick it, okay. I am going to be moving towards where I made that incision, okay. I will move to where I made that incision. Can you see? Splitting you are going to be making, this tacking you're going to be doing, you will do it from the back, okay. Now you secure your thread, secure it, and you cut off the excess, and voila, this is what you have. You see, this is a mini this thing, that's why it's looking like this. You can take it up more. So as you're doing it, that's where you become creative about it. As you're doing it, now you're going to make a band, okay. You are going to create a band. Now this is my band, I want to assume that this is my band. You are going to create a band. Now you will pass that band through that hole you made an incision for. Even some people will make that band, this band will make it to be, some people will make this band to be a ribbon that they can tie here. But since on this particular style it's not a ribbon, it's just to hold it. Do you understand? It's just to hold it. So you just, and the ribbon is just to hold it, and also cover whatever you did underneath. You can as well still go ahead to attach a fancy button around here. So it depends on you. So keep tacking it until you get a shape that you want. Now this is Mikado, right? If you look at the neckline of this outer one, this outer bubu, you see that they use the back, okay, to pipe that v-neck. Look at it very well. You see that they use the back. It was the back that was used, okay, to pipe that inner one. So now our style will be looking something like this, and that's all. Now for the neatness of the sewing, I will suggest that on this particular style, please do not allow thread to show. Do not allow thread to show. And the only way thread will not show is apply hemming gum here, hemming gum here, hemming gum, and the only place you sew is on the inner. But let thread not show anywhere on this front pattern. Use hemming gum to bend this side, use hemming gum to bend this side. Now for the turning that they turned with this, the back of this fabric, right, they stitched it from inside and turned it, and now used glue, hemming gum, to still gum it. So if you observe, no thread was showing anywhere, and that's why it's looking like it's very special. Like this video, subscribe, because there's this new style I want to illustrate by the next video. I guess you won't want to miss it. Turn on your notification button if you have already subscribed, so that immediately I upload that video you will be the first to see it. See you at the top. Thanks for watching.